Have you ever wondered if the peace and wisdom you seek could be found in silence? Join me as we dive into a Buddhist and Zen story that promises to change the way we view life. Maybe true wisdom isn't something we discover, but something we experience. Stick around as we explore the power of silence and the surprising lessons it brings. In a small village nestled deep within the misty mountains, there lived a young Buddhist monk named Kaido. From a tender age, Kaido had been immersed in the ancient teachings of his faith, dedicating his days to meditation, study, and the pursuit of enlightenment. Yet, despite years of diligent practice, Kaido found himself grappling with the age-old questions that had tormented spiritual seekers for centuries. What is the true nature of wisdom? Where does genuine happiness reside? His heart, once filled with the fervor of a novice monk, eager to grasp the mysteries of the universe, now harbored a growing sense of disillusionment. The sacred texts and teachings that had once seemed so clear now appeared contradictory and fragmented. Was the path to enlightenment a solitary journey of introspection? Or was it found in selfless service to others? Was wisdom a distant treasure to be discovered? Or was it something closer, hidden in plain sight? These questions gnawed at Kaido, and he knew he could not continue on his path without answers. One day, determined to dispel the fog of confusion that clouded his mind, Kaido resolved to seek out the counsel of Ryokan, a wise and revered Zen master who lived in seclusion on the other side of the mountain. Ryokan was known throughout the region for his profound understanding of the universe and the simplicity with which he approached life. His teachings were not bound by words or scriptures, but were often conveyed through silence, gestures, and the rhythm of nature itself. As Kaido embarked on the long journey to Ryokan's hermitage, he could not help but feel a sense of trepidation. What if the master's wisdom was beyond his comprehension? What if, after all his of study, he was unworthy of receiving such profound knowledge? The weight of these doubts pressed heavily upon Kaido's heart, but he knew that he could not turn back. He had to confront the uncertainties that had plagued him and seek the clarity that eluded him. The journey was arduous, filled with steep climbs and treacherous paths that tested Kaido's physical and spiritual endurance. Along the way, he encountered other spiritual teachers, each offering their own interpretation of the path to enlightenment. There was the old man who lived in the forest who spoke of the importance of living in harmony with nature, suggesting that true wisdom could only be found in the quiet communion with the earth. Then there was the wise woman who had dedicated her life to caring for the sick and needy. She taught Kaido about the power of compassion and empathy, emphasizing that the key to happiness lay in the selfless acts of kindness. Despite these encounters, Kaido felt that something was still missing. Each teaching seemed valuable yet incomplete. The more he learned, the more he realized how vast and multifaceted the journey to wisdom truly was. The conflicting ideas and philosophies left Kaido more confused than ever, and he began to question whether he would ever find the answers he sought. Finally, after days of travel, Kaido reached Ryokan's humble abode. The Zen master lived in a simple wooden hut surrounded by a small, tranquil garden. The air was filled with the fragrance of blooming flowers, and the sound of a nearby stream added a soothing rhythm to the serene atmosphere. As Kaido approached the master, he felt a profound sense of awe and humility. Here was a man who had transcended the complexities of the world and lived in harmony with the essence of life itself. Without a word, Ryokan led Kaido to the temple courtyard, where he handed him a broom and instructed him to sweep the ground. Kaido, though puzzled by the simplicity of the task, complied without hesitation. As he swept the leaves and dust, his mind began to wander. He thought about the different teachings he had encountered on his journey, the conflicting advice, and the unresolved questions that still lingered in his heart. Hours passed and Kaido's frustration grew. Was this all there was? Was this simple act of sweeping supposed to reveal the secrets of the universe to him? As these thoughts swirled in his mind, Ryokan approached him and spoke. Kaido, you have been searching for wisdom in all the wrong places. You have been trying to grasp it with your mind, but true wisdom can only be found in the heart. Ryokan's words struck Kaido like a bolt of lightning, piercing through the fog of his confusion. In that instant, he realized that he had been approaching his quest for wisdom all wrong. He had been trying to accumulate knowledge to piece together a puzzle that was never meant to be solved by the intellect alone. He had been seeking answers in the external world while the true essence of wisdom lay within him all along. Cato looked around the courtyard with new eyes. The simple act of sweeping, the gentle rustling of the leaves, the soft murmur of the stream, these were not distractions or mundane tasks. They were expressions of the profound simplicity and beauty of the present moment. In his quest for wisdom, Cato had overlooked the most fundamental truth that life itself is the ultimate teacher, and that true wisdom is not about mastering complex doctrines, but about embracing the reality of the here and now. In that moment of realization, Cato felt a profound sense of peace and happiness that he had never experienced before. The doubts and confusion that had weighed him down were lifted, replaced by a deep understanding that wisdom is not something to be attained or grasped, but something to be lived. The universe was not a puzzle to be solved, but a vast expanse of wonder and awe to be experienced with an open heart. The story of Cato and Ryokan teaches us a powerful lesson about the nature of true wisdom. It shows us that wisdom is not something that can be found in books or lectures, but in the depths of our own hearts. It reminds us to look beyond the obvious and to seek the beauty and simplicity that lies within. In our pursuit of knowledge and enlightenment, we must not forget that the answers we seek are often right in front of us, waiting to be discovered in the quiet moments of everyday life. Thanks for watching. Share your thoughts on this transformative story in the comments below. And if you're interested in exploring more insights on wisdom and happiness, be sure to check out our next video where we'll delve into discovering the 12 spiritual dimensions. Also, if you're interested in making like these videos, we provide links in the description below.